Hello, friends, and welcome. I'm Julie Boye, and tonight I'm going to take you through really showing you what it truly means to work from anywhere, how to be of service to people in your life and people and clients that you meet when it comes to their health and financial well being, and how you can design a lifestyle based around the freedom of making your own personal choices to create a life that really lights you up. Now, before we get started, I'd like to share a little bit about my story. So, before I got into business, I was living overseas and teaching French at an international school. At the time, I was training for my second full Ironman triathlon. I was single, no kids, and I'd made a commitment to come back to Canada to get my degree as a teacher. Now, when I came back to Canada to start my education, what I quickly realized was that all the freedom that I'd had teaching the curriculum in the private school was definitely not going to be the same in the public school system. The other thing that I noticed is that my friends who had recently graduated, or even a number of years ago, were not able to find jobs. And those that did find permanent jobs in teaching were stuck within a local geographical area for fear of having to start over again in a new place. The thing that bothered me the most, though, was that when I thought about my future family and that I would be teaching and helping to raise other people's children, someone else would be doing the same with my future family. So I dropped out of school. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but when I found a way to continue teaching the things that light me up on my own schedule and in my own way, and also not being geographically tied to one place. In fact, I moved all the way across Canada 3 years ago and didn't lose my business that I had built on the other side of the country. But the thing that's been a biggest gift for me in this business is that when my daughter was suffering from panic attacks and separation anxiety and was no longer able to go to school, I was able to bring her home and homeschool. Today, we homeschool by choice. I get to spend my days with my family. I get to continue teaching so many things that really excite me, including digestion, detoxification, waking up with gratitude and how gratitude affects our lives, how our body works, cellular nutrition, how to create financial independence and freedom for yourself and your family. And I get to do this with an incredible team of people all across Canada and the world. And I love seeing what this business can do and how it can change so many people's lives. So, before I go any further, whether you're watching me live or recording, I invite you to take out a piece of paper or even type a note into your phone and ask yourself, why are you here? Why did you say yes to watching this presentation called Work From Anywhere? What interested you about it? And if you think about your life in a year from now, where would you like to be? Just imagine that money and time and location and all those things aren't an issue. If you could just imagine yourself a year from now, truly living the life that you would want to, what does that look like? So I encourage you to write a couple of notes and just keep that to the side as we go through the presentation. We're going to discuss some of the really big challenges that all generations are facing in these, especially in these last 14 months. And one is money. So, not having enough money at the end of the month, being strapped for time. I know right now that you're busy and I know that your plate is full. And we're going to talk about that and how that affects you. And also why health has become such a priority for so many of us. The world economy has changed in a dramatic way. And when we look at some of these companies that really disrupted the way that we do business, you can see how some of them really prospered over the past 14 months and others did not and completely had to change the way that they were doing business again. I can guarantee you that you received at least one box from Amazon in the past couple of months. There were times when there were Amazon boxes showing up every day of the week because we just couldn't even get to a store. Facebook has become a new place to connect, meet new people, and build business in a beautiful, positive way when you're doing it with proper training and the right intention. And of course, ask yourself this: how many streaming services do I subscribe to right now? Our family, I think we have 4 different streaming services on besides Netflix that we use. And it's funny, we don't actually watch that much television, but we really like specific shows that can only be found on certain streaming platforms. Airbnb completely had to change everything during the pandemic, and same with Uber. So we'll see how these companies come back as things begin to change. Now, when you think about big business, you might be thinking that's completely out of my reach, but maybe you already have your own business or you'd like to start your own business or brand. And that can be a lot of fun. And often I get that. I'm like, people are like, well, I don't know if I want to do this, network marketing thing. I think I'd rather just start my own thing. I've started my own thing. I've actually started several of my own things alongside building my network marketing business. And the first business I built while I was building this business with USANA at the beginning was a tutoring business. So I was tutoring French. And the biggest challenge for that business was I was limited to the number of hours a week that I could tutor and the rate that I could charge. The highest I ever charged for tutoring was $50 an hour, which is pretty steep price, but when you don't have any French tutors available, scarcity means that I could drive my prices up. But because the majority of students I tutored were in elementary school, I could only fit clients in from after school and no later than 8 p.m. at night. So that was 2 clients a night. So even on my strongest weeks at the maximum rate for everybody, I was making less than $500 a week. And there was just no way to scale that business. I'm grateful I had it. It helped me during that time, but it wasn't scalable. And that's what I love about this way to build a business. In the same number of hours that I was building my tutoring business, I was able to really build something that allowed me to have a full-time income and revenue. And of course, your results are going to depend on how hard you work and the time and investment you put into your business. But what's great is we're going to do this together. So, when we look at the most important trends, and I think when you're thinking about business, it's really key to look at trends. Entertainment, as I mentioned, the number of streaming services that we're subscribed to has gone up exponentially over the past year. Tech is still a crazy, crazy sector in terms of volume, in terms of availability of parts. With this whole movement of people working from home, the amount of tech in our homes has grown substantially. And lastly, of course, there's never been a more important time to put your health in the forefront and make it a priority. In fact, health and wellness truly is mainstream right now. And actually, sometimes that's a bit of a challenge because everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, someone has advice on what supplements to take, what water to drink, what juice to have, what meals to have. Do you count your macros? Do you count your calories? How much exercise in a day? What kind of exercise in a day? Should I use essential oils? It never ends. And one of the gifts of partnering with USANA and our USANA family is that you can get really good sound advice, not just on what we do, but on health and well-being as a whole. Now, I mentioned a little bit about working from home. And for some people, working from home might not be appealing right now because they were forced to work from home and also have their children at home at the same time doing online schooling. I just want to let you know that what I do and the way that I school with my daughter is not the same as online learning. We don't actually follow a curriculum. It's called child-led learning, and my daughter follows her interests and passions and learns and really grows in those areas. So right now, she does a lot of building in Minecraft. I love Minecraft, the way that it really helps her creativity. She's focused on horses and horseback riding. She loves lizards and snakes and all things that are reptiles. And she absolutely adores creative play and playing outside with our dog. Working from home has also been something that I've been doing for over 15 years. And what I love is today, work from home really means work from anywhere. And what work from anywhere means is you choose where you want to work. So it could be from your home. It could be from an office or a co-working space. Remember those co-working spaces in the past? It could be from a coffee shop. I actually went to a coffee shop with a friend this week. So exciting. It could be from the beach. I mean, here's the thing. You might want to go to the beach on vacation, but you might also want to spend extended time at the beach and not leave your business behind so you can take it with you. You might want to do like my friend Michelle, who not only wanted to work by the beach, she actually uprooted her entire life and took her business with her and literally has been able to work from anywhere. Now, when we have a business that can be run from this incredible device, our smartphone, the options of where you live geographically change dramatically. And I mentioned at the beginning that I built my business in Ontario, Canada, and in Quebec and the surrounding areas. Moved across the country 3.5 years ago, and I didn't have to give up my business. So for those that maybe have a partner or spouse who has to move on a regular basis, wouldn't it be amazing to have your business or part-time, passion project come with you instead of having to start over every time? So for the next little bit, I'm going to explain to you the company, the products, and how USANA works. And I want to share with you the foundation of this company because it's so important to know where the company comes from. And Dr. Wentz is the founder of USANA. He has a double PhD in microbiology and immunology, and his passion is the human cell. Now, his first business, Gull Laboratories, he actually had to keep cells in his lab alive for long periods of time in order to create these test kits, these diagnostic test kits for different infectious diseases. The Gull Laboratories actually created the only commercially available test kit for the Epstein-Barr virus, which is still being used today. Now, what happened is that Dr. Wentz lost both his parents to degenerative disease quite young, his mom to breast cancer, his father to heart disease. And as he was aging, he was starting to not feel very good. And he asked a pharmacist friend to give him some over the counter nutritional supplements because he knew that cells needed nourishment. And what happened was when he tried these products and even looked at the labels, he said, these wouldn't even keep the cells in my lab alive, let alone do anything for me. And he made a bold move. He became an industry disruptor and decided to sell Gull Laboratories, a very successful business, and start over with USANA Health Sciences with a focus on disease prevention and cellular nutrition. Now, I love that Dr. Wentz focuses not only on Western medicine, but on Eastern medicine as well, and created the Sanoviv Medical Institute in Mexico. He also has been given the Albert Einstein Award for a lifetime achievement in life sciences. This is a man who reads scientific papers for pleasure. I love that USANA is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So if you're into the numbers and you really want to understand the financials of the company, you can actually go right on the website, usana.com, and find out all you need if you're a numbers person. For me, the philanthropy of USANA is something that I love that it's built into the fabric of the company because Dr. Wentz has always been about giving back. And it's always been a part of the company. He has built hospitals in Africa specifically to serve children. The True Health Foundation, which is USANA's foundation, was established in 2012 because USANA wanted a foundation that they could fund 100% of the administrative costs. So every dollar you give would go to someone in need. And the majority of the work that the True Health Foundation does is to feed hungry children, which is something that's very near and dear to Dr. Wentz's heart. The company has now been around for close to 30 years. And when Dr. Wentz began the company, he actually had a vision with a 100-year business plan. My friends, this is not about trends, flashy things, or getting rich quick. This is about building something and being part of a legacy that Dr. Wentz started almost 30 years ago. Now, back to being able to do business on your phone and working from anywhere. So you could be in any one of the countries that USANA is open for business and continue to build your business. Now, we don't have to move to Australia to be able to build in Australia today, which is super fun. This year I got my first client from Australia. That was really exciting. And you can serve all these markets right from home. But if you want to move, you can. I've always been passionate about science, and the fact that USANA's research and development team has more than 60 scientists and their focus is on scientific research and development really helps me have confidence that I'm getting really incredible value from the USANA products. And this right here is worth pausing for. Getting a patent in the United States is very difficult. Getting a patent for anything related to a nutritional supplement is virtually impossible. USANA actually holds several patents, and one of them is for this intelligence technology. And this technology is in a number of different products. If you've ever seen a USANA bottle with a little green dot on it, that's what it means. And what it is it's a cell signaling technology that tells your body what to do, recycles some of the old material in your cells and makes new components so that your cells work in a more optimal fashion. Now, if you read what it says, the patent is for methods and compositions for supporting endogenous, which means inside the body, systems related to lifespan. If I am going to invest my money in nutritional supplements, which high five to you if you're already doing this, why not invest in a company that has a patented technology that's related to lifespan? As if we needed more reasons to really trust our health to USANA, there are so many independent organizations that test the USANA products every single month to make sure that what is on the label is in the bottle every single time. And every tablet, what is on the label is in every individual tablet. There's no, 600 milligrams of vitamin C in this one and 100 in the next, every single tablet. That's how USANA offers a potency guarantee. And that's how our products, for example, are NSF certified for sport. And why this is so critical, as I record this, we're coming up to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in 2021. But when you're an elite professional or Olympic athlete and your livelihood depends on your body functioning optimally, if you're going to take a nutritional supplement, two things are really important. One, that it's actually going to make a difference at a cellular level, because for some of these athletes, it's tenths of a second that are making a difference between a medal and nothing. And second, USANA has a $1 million athlete guarantee, meaning if an athlete were to test positive for a banned substance and it was traced back to USANA, they'd be reimbursed up to $1 million. That is why there are more Olympic and professional athletes that trust their health to USANA. We're going to talk about the USANA product line. And now there are close to 60 products in the line. So I'm not going to go over every single thing with you tonight. You can talk to the person who invited you to watch this about which products maybe caught your attention that I might not have mentioned. But here are two things I want you to do while I'm going through this information. First, pay attention to which products you might want to try for yourself. Make a little note because you might not remember what it is when we get to the end of presentation. And the second thing I want you to think about is who in my life can I serve with these products? Now, when I talk about that intelligence technology and the antioxidants and minerals that are found in the USANA Cell Essentials, I want to remind you that these are not meant to replace food, okay? This is optimal nutrition for your cells. And if you were to try and eat what's available in these products, you'd be eating over 2,200 calories a day. Now, whether you're counting calories or macros or not, I can promise you that's far more than you'd want to eat in a day. So you're going to build your USANA supplement routine with one of these three foundation products. The very first product that I ever tried was the Health Pack. Now, remember I said I was training for my second full Ironman triathlon? This was the product that my good friend Leanne Jacobs gave to me to try, or sold it to me. I didn't even know how much it cost, by the way. I just gave her my credit card. And she said, you're training for Ironman triathlon. You need optimal nutrition. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I'm open to trying it. And within 5 days, what I quickly noticed was that I was recovering faster from my workouts. So I wasn't feeling as sore. I was sleeping more soundly, but for less time, and then waking up feeling more refreshed. And I had way more energy during the day. Some days I was training twice a day, and then I was working a split shift job. So I'd train and then work and then train and then work. It was a crazy schedule. And I was so grateful to be introduced to the product. So when she told me a month later that there was a business attached to this, I didn't really hesitate and said, yes, I would love to work with you, having no idea that it would completely change the trajectory of my life and that I would end up dropping out of school and never actually becoming a teacher in the formal education system. We do help all ages. So our children's chewable, my daughter, she's 10, she's graduated to the teen product. And of course, during that very important time, prenatally, most important for moms to get great nutrition. I did mention that I'm passionate about digestion and detox, so I could talk about this for quite some time. A decade ago, I founded a program called the 30-day whole body detox that's all focused around healthy digestion and learning how to eat whole, real, delicious foods. So let's just say that USANA has an amazing line of products that support healthy digestion. And if there's one thing on this page I want you to grab, it's fiber. Now, you might have noticed that the bottles are a different color, and that's because they represent a different body system. And on this page, the one purple bottle that is a favorite of mine that I won't do without, it's called Proflavonol C200. And it's an incredible combination of grapeseed extract and vitamin C that is not found in any other product because it uses a technology that is exclusive to USANA. So I always have this on hand, and trust me, whatever anybody says, I'm like, did you take some Proflavonol for that? Okay. And on the next tier, so as we look at the endocrine system, I'm a 45-year-old woman, and I have to say that I'm using the product, the USANA Estro Pro, really for perimenopausal symptoms, which amazingly actually have been reduced lately. But for the majority of my clients that try this, it's really focused around hot flashes and reducing hot flashes and better sleep as well. So if you know a woman who's struggling right now with hot flashes, this could be a total game changer for her. And then for skeletal system, my favorite has to be the Procosa, the joint formula. After being a gymnast growing up, my knees really didn't want me to run on them anymore. But when I was 30, I decided that I could run again, and you kept running with knee pain basically. And so when I was introduced to USANA and tried the joint formula, I was like, I'm sure it's not going to do anything. And incredibly, when taking the joint formula, I'm not feeling the same knee pain when I'm running. Now, on the few occasions that I've run out, trust me, I feel my knee pain. My knees haven't been cured. I still have knee pain, but I love that taking this product every day on a daily basis really makes it so much easier to me to get through my day. Listen, my Ironman days are long gone, but I still take this product every single day, no matter what. And here's one of the two brand new lines that have just launched. I love that this product line was actually launched during the pandemic, which has been some of the most stressful times for most of us. And it's all about mood and stress support. So better sleep, releasing stress through the ashwagandha product, which is the stress relief product. And it's called Mind Body Balance in Canada, and Mineral Calm, which is the supplement mix in Canada, the magnesium supplement mix in Canada, which I've just started using. And the feeling of just like falling into sleep because your body's so relaxed I don't ever remember having that. So I'm incredibly grateful that USANA keeps innovating because it makes my own life better. And of course, I get to help my clients in the same way. I have been using the USANA full meal replacement. I use the plant-based one, the green one there. I've been using it for breakfast for years. I am a vegetarian and I have a hard time with gluten. I don't consume gluten. So breakfast has been a challenge for me. And I'm so grateful for my shakes. I make them in the blender. They're super delicious. And as the person who invited you, if you're looking to just try a bunch of USANA products and you want like sort of a jump start, try the 5-day reset program. It could be a transformational way to start your journey with USANA. Now, I mentioned we've got lots of new products launching, and this whole entire brand new line called Active Nutrition actually by the time you watch this recording, may have already launched. It launches in less than a week for those that are watching me live, and it focuses on 3 pillars of health. Now, there are some products already in these categories, but this whole brand new line really focuses on weight management, digestive health, and of course, hydration. My favorite products so far I'm so surprised, but I just love the peanut butter snack bar. It's really delicious, has apple cider vinegar powder, which has so many beneficial digestive effects. And I love that detox tea mix, especially if I'm feeling bloated, which doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, this does the job. Now, we all have skin, and what we put on our skin is super important. So we want to make sure we're using non-toxic, paraben-free products that are safe to be put on your skin, that are non-carcinogenic. The entire Celavive line is created for sensitive skin, even though we have a specific line just for sensitive skin. And of course, the rest of our body needs attention too. So really important that we finish up with the rest of our body being cared for in the way that we care for our face. And I love the oral care products because I want my teeth to stay healthy until I'm 100, because teeth are the first step to healthy digestion. So at the beginning of this section, I asked you to think about what products might be relevant for you, and then who might you want to help with some of these products. And that's truly what we do in USANA, is we serve people through these products. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what it looks like if you are thinking about adding USANA as a business, a part-time revenue stream, another way to build a business with an incredible team and so much support. I know your plate is full. I don't know anybody who's like, yeah, no, I got like hours of just like hanging around, time doing nothing. In fact, we sometimes sacrifice our self-care because our plates are so full. Now, the question I want you to ask yourself is, right now, with the way that I'm dividing my time on my plate in my 24 hours that I get every single day, is it possible for me to be where I would like to be in a year? The answer is probably no. And one of the reasons that I shouldn't say one, there are so many reasons why I love building a USANA business. And listen, the majority of people that start this business started on a part-time basis. Yes, I dropped out of school and started my USANA business, but I had a part-time job working at a friend's gym. I had my tutoring business and my USANA business. And what it takes to succeed in a USANA business is a focused 8 to 10 hours a week of working on your business. Focused. And we show you what to do during that time so that you can actually create a business and build momentum. If you've ever paid for a coach, you know that there's sometimes thousands or tens of thousands a month to work with some of the best coaches. What if I told you that in USANA, the majority of the coaching was for free? And you get to learn from people who have built businesses for over 25 years and have consistent revenue over all those years. And they'll tell you how they did it for free. The personal growth, the mentorship, we teach you our system, which is really not that complicated. You get to work with a team. Oh my goodness, the connection we have through our community. We have these incredible power hours that you can attend every day, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, for an hour. Work together, learn together, connect with like-minded, mostly women, although men are always welcome. And we work together to build an incredible lifestyle together. And what I want is not what you want. And that's why I asked you to write that down before we started. Now, when you decide to say yes to building a business with USANA, there are many different ways that you can create revenue through this business. At the beginning, most people will earn through the first three things, which is our preferred customer order bonus, PC order bonus, retail sales, and weekly commissions. And that is really, when you first start, that's going to be the bulk of your income. Although brand new people can win any of the incentive trips as well, because they're always based on growth. And then the three on the right are leadership bonus, auto order bonus, and elite bonus. And those are for people who say, I would love to make USANA my career, my business, and make a true global business and impact tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. So I want you to go back to that piece of paper, the note you wrote in your phone, and I want you to think about all the things that I've shared with you today about USANA, the company, the integrity, the kind of people that we connect with, the way that we have such an incredible community, the products that are life-changing, and ask how USANA can be a part of your journey to be creating that vision a year from now. Because there's nothing more exciting for me when I'm working in USANA to help someone else's vision come true. So I'm going to ask you, as we wrap things up, where do you see yourself? And you're going to find yourself likely in one of three categories. The third one is customer programs. So you found a few things that seemed interesting for you. Connect back with the person who invited you tonight, and they'll set you up for their great customer program. We have an amazing customer program. You get to pay the same price as we do as a customer, which is amazing. 2 is I've piqued your curiosity. Maybe having USANA as a business or revenue stream does make sense. And number 1 might be you are ready to get started. This totally makes sense for you. It's what you've been waiting for. It feels aligned and you're ready to get started. And if that's you, I want to say welcome to our family. Now, it costs $11.95 in Canada to start a business with USANA. And then you choose how you want to invest in your products to start. To be clear, it's so critical to be a consumer of the products and using them for yourself and your family in order to build a business. I think there's a huge lack of integrity if you're not using the products yourself and trying to build a business. When I first started, I invested in the Premier Pack. Why? Because it made the most sense, because it allowed me to try the most products at the best discounted price right from the beginning. We have other packs at different price points. So, depending on your lifestyle and what you want to put aside to start a business with, we can either use one of the other packs, or the person who invited you will work with you to make a custom product order that's based on your needs. I'm going to leave you with this because I think it's really important to come back to the vision of USANA and the founder, Dr. Wentz. Dr. Wentz's vision is, I dream of a world free from pain and suffering. I dream of a world free from disease. Share my vision, love life, and live it to its fullest in happiness and health. My friends, would love to have you as a part of our USANA family, not only to be living out the vision of Dr. Wentz, but to help you, whatever your vision is for where you see yourself in the next year. We would love to be a part of helping you to achieve it. Thank you, friends.